You guys, I got one of these knockoff Hermes bags from TikTok. I was absolutely influenced by TikTok, so now I'm gonna do an unboxing. I have no idea what I'm gonna get. I figured $100 for a leather bag isn't bad, so we'll see if it's actually usable or not. Super excited to see what I get. One thing that I think is worth mentioning is the reason I wanted the unbranded, not just intellectual property theft, but also the possibility for the bag to be confiscated by customs. So that's why I looked for one that wasn't marketed as an H bag or Hermes bag. I was looking for one that was just like designer leather bag. So you may have seen all the TikTok ads trying to convince you that all these designer bags are made in China. I'm sure a decent amount of them are, but for like Hermes, they have a very specific tannery, and so that's why I wasn't looking for one. Like, I fully understand that the designer brand does not make their shit in China. Some designers do, but Hermes is not one of them. Brands like Dior, on the other hand, are using these absolutely exploitative labor processes, and so even though they're selling you a super expensive bag, they're not using ethical practices. In an orange box, I'm very excited and pleased that it does not have any logos or branding. Not only is it tacky, but I would hate for it to get seized by customs. Got a little Pegasus twilly here. Sorry, a little Pegasus and a twilly, and at least with what I see, I'll have to smell it in a second, but you can see the leather grain. I'll have to look at it up close. I'm thinking right now that it's bonded leather. It might be PVC. I'm gonna have to look at this pretty close. I'm obviously not gonna cut it up. I don't wanna create waste. I think it's a cute charm. I will carry it regardless. I don't care if it's one-to-one. Hermes is a brand that I would never buy firsthand. It is just way more than I can justify paying for any. This is clearly bonded leather. At first I was thinking that it was PVC, but looking at it up close, and especially looking at the edge of the Pegasus charm, I believe that it is bonded leather, which designer brands do use, especially brands with lower price points like Coach. And so it feels really good. Hopefully we have the longevity. Sometimes with bonded leather, it'll start to flake apart. I'm very, very pleased that it doesn't have any logos, because I was not wanting a replica bag. And I was kind of worried that it would show up and there would be like fake brand names written on it. And same thing with the twilly. I don't see any logos, which it doesn't have that fake leather, like plasticky smell. If you ever get a shitty Canal Street knockoff, you'll know what I mean. It's plastic and it smells like absolute hazardous material. This one actually smells like leather, so I'm really pleased. I was having some trouble getting off the little like plastic protector from these, and they all have the little, just like when you buy a bag, not that I've ever bought an Hermes bag, but like at Gucci, when you get a new bag that nobody's opened before, there are the little plasticky pieces to keep the hardware from getting scratched. I'm pleased with it for my purposes, like going to Walmart and holding my stuff. I think it's a nice bag, and hopefully it holds up well. I am absolutely never going to be an Hermes customer unless I somehow win the lottery. And if I win the lottery, I'd probably buy some more fun bags and not a basic black bag. It's more like just wearing around casually. And I'm sure that it's bonded leather, and if you bought the designer stuff, it would be nicer. But for my purposes, I'm actually pleased by it. I think that this was worth it. If you hate it, I'm sorry. But it's a nice leather bag and the price was right, so I can't be too mad about TikTok influencing me in this case. I have no idea what the original bag is supposed to look like. I don't even really want to get one second. I'd much rather have like a fun colored secondhand Chanel bag for less money. And even that is still really expensive. But at least I can justify it if it's like a fun and well-made bag. but this is not bad at all. And it does not feel like plastic. So this is not like a shitty Canal Street knockoff. It may look terrible. I have no idea what the original is supposed to look like, but I think that I like this bag and I look forward to carrying it. Let me know if you have any questions or if you want to see any more pictures of anything. Bye.